What is up, guys? So today I'm gonna be building a computer for one of my friends from work. So he asked me to build him a computer. This will be his first gaming computer. He didn't want anything too crazy. These parts that I have will probably be good for his needs. He just wants to play, casual games, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends, and he will be playing at 1080p. So he does have a 1080p monitor that he bought, and all he needs is the gaming PC, which I'm going to build today. Let's start off with the CPU. I'm going to be using this Core i3 12100F. It's a 4-core 8-thread processor, so it's pretty decent for gaming. And it'll definitely run most of the games that he wants to play. Probably the most powerful CPU that I have that I'm not using, so I'm going to be giving him that. For the GPU, it's an ASUS GTX 1080, 8GB. This GPU is a little older, but at 1080p it still runs very well. We're going to give him a terabyte hard drive, and for his SSD, we're going to give him a 256GB SSD from Western Digital. We're going to be using the stock cooler. It is an i3, so it's not going to be too crazy, just stock cooler. For the motherboard, we have this ASRock H670P, I think PG or PC Riptide motherboard. I'm going to be using that for this build. Of course, you need Wi-Fi, so I got this Wi-Fi card, and this PC case is the Corsair 400D, I think. The power supply, I'm going to be using this 750 watt power supply. Let me go ahead and start building this PC, starting off with a board. I totally forgot, for the memory, we're going to be using 16 gigs of DDR4. Alright, let's get to the build. Alright, so the first thing we're going to install is the CPU. Should be the easiest thing to install, like so. I'm just going to drop it in. There you go. CPU is now installed. Close that. Alright, next up, we're going to go ahead and install our memory. That's going to get, hopefully it shouldn't cause any problems. Alright, memory is now installed. Next up, the M.2, so we're going to go ahead and install it at the top. So we're going to go ahead and slide this in. I think I put this on the wrong way. It's actually this way, I think. Right, so the M.2 is now installed, and it's got a heatsink, so that's good. Last thing to install while the board is out is the cooler. We're using the stock cooler. So for the thermal paste, I'm going to be using this Thermaltake TG7. This. Clip it on. Awesome. CPU cooler is now installed. I just gotta plug in the fan back here. Okay, so now it's time to install the motherboard on the case. First, I'm gonna install the I/O shield. Back here. This case is really nice. It's got a little stand here, like a holder for the board, so it helps you screw in a lot easier. Alright, so the board is now fully installed. Now to install the hard drive. Alright, so the hard drive cage is down here. Install our 1 terabyte hard drive. It should be a toolless install. Let's just clips on like so. Alright, that's it. Now let's install it. Alright, hard drive is now installed. Oh yeah, I forgot, we gotta plug in these front panel connectors. So we got our USB 3.0. I'm gonna route it to the front from here. What is this? This is our audio. Audio is around this side, so I'm gonna push it up from here. And this is the Type-C connector, so that is also on this side. Let me get these cables around. And then these are the power LED, hard drive activity light, and reset switch, and power switch. So I think these are on this location. Just gonna route it up. And this is a case fan, which we won't worry about too much right now. There you go. Alright, cool. So this board does support the Type-C connector. I know some motherboards don't have this option. Thankfully this board does, so you will be able to use the Type-C. And then the USB 3.0 is right here. Alright, there you go. And then down here it's going to be the audio. The audio is usually always on the left side of the board, either bottom or middle here. For this board it's going to be down right here at the very left. Alright, that's plugged in, and then our power switch, hard drive activity light. When I first started building my first computer, these were like the most terrifying thing for me, because I was like, bro, what are these little tiny connectors gonna connect to? Like, what if I connect them wrong? Will my PC burn down or something? But they're actually not too bad. There's actually a little legend at the very bottom that tells you what goes where. If I can show you guys. Perfect, look at that. So right here you can see plus PLED, power LED. The bottom is the hard drive LED. Then we got the power button, and then right at the bottom is a reset. I don't think this case has a reset switch. It does have a reset switch, never mind. I don't think it has a hard drive LED indicator. So we're gonna plug in the power button. Well, let's do the reset switch first. So it's gonna be the bottom. So it's gonna be probably this one. Alright, so that one's plugged in. And then the power switch is right on top of the reset. Right there. And then these are, right, so you can see the negative and positive power LED. And right at the bottom of the legend it shows PLED. So the positive is on the left and the negative is on the right. So we can plug them in. And there you go. It's connected. So we'll just give it down. Bam, that's it. Some newer boards have like a really easy connector where the case front panel just plugs into one single port, so it makes it a lot easier. But that's how you do it with these boards. Alright, so now to route our hard drive cable. Put it back. Just gonna plug it in. So the first one. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna install two 120 millimeters in the front and one 120 millimeter in the back for exhaust. And maybe I'll keep this one and just move it to this side. So we have two exhausts and two intakes. Alright, so the fans are installed. I got one exhaust, and then I got two intakes, 140 millimeters right in the front. Those fans will definitely look nice while they're running. Alright, so the next thing will be the Wi-Fi card. So alright, so for the GPU, I kind of want to mount it vertically. It's going to be a little janky, but it should look really nice. Alright, so that's the GPU installed vertically with the PCI extension cable. So that does not look bad at all. That looks really nice with the GPU facing out like that. Alright, so the last thing to install is going to be the power supply. Alright, power supply is in. Alright, so that is the PC there. It looks really cool, and hopefully the PCI extension cable works. PCIe extension cable works. Alright, so I plugged the PC to the monitor. Everything's all hooked up. We're gonna boot this up, and hopefully we have no issues. That is why I wanted it vertical. It looks nice. See if we post. Oh, there you go. ASRock. We did post, so that's good. Alright, so it is reading the CPU. So i3-2100F. We got 24 gigs of RAM. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove some. I assume that they were all 4 gig sticks, or sorry, yeah, I assumed they were all 4 gig sticks. I didn't know there were 8, 2 8s and 2 4s. I'm going to have to remove the Patriot memory just to get that 16 gigs. We don't need 24 on this. It is reading the discs, the disk drive here, the 1 terabyte, and the SSD. Alright, thank you guys for watching me building this PC for one of my friends. He's definitely gonna like it. It looks really nice. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.